Watch Transit TV right now.
Alright, keep watching Transit TV.
Be especially on the social media. And I think Kai Havertz has become a victim of his own achievement because he was not signed as a striker and he was deployed there. He has done the job. That doesn't mean that doesn't need a striker, but I want to believe that. This video is sponsored by Riot Pharmacy and Wellness Center out there in Cypress area in Houston, Texas, owned by a black Nigerian couple in Houston. I know there is huge community of Nigerians and Africans out there in Houston. Go out there for your prescription drugs, over-the-counter drugs, and even your pet medications. You can trust products from here. They also got you for consultation and professional medical advice. Check them out and thank me later. Transit TV, welcome back again to the studio. Champions League 2024-25 season, match day 7 group stage concluded today. Obviously, some big teams are in the mud. City looking more than likely not to make it to the group, the knockout stages. PSG almost one leg in there. Arsenal, I would say they've qualified, but of course, automatically they could still not make it because if somebody scores 7 goals and they don't win their last game against Girona, they will not make it. Liverpool still topping the table. About, I think 2 or 3 teams now confirmed to make it to the group stage. So today we're going to talk about the group stage, the standings in the group, the match results today, talk about City and the PSG, and obviously a few things we'll learn from the Arsenal game today. Like I said, starting with the result of the games today, Leipzig won Sporting 2-1. 2 players that, of course, are in the radar for Arsenal, especially their fans, Gyökeres and Šeško scoring in that game. Shakhtar Donetsk won at home to Brest 2-0. AC Milan won at home to Girona. Arsenal beating Dinamo Zagreb 3-0 at home. Celtic beating Young Boys 1-0. And Feyenoord beat Bayern Munich at home 3-0, and PSG, of course, beating Manchester City 4-2. In France, Real Madrid won today 5-1. Didn't do that result badly because if they didn't win today, they probably would be joining City. And Sparta Prague lost at home 1-0 to Inter Milan. And this means in the table, top on the table is Liverpool 21 points, followed by Barcelona. Arsenal is on 3rd position, and Inter Milan 4th position, followed by Atletico Madrid. And you know, we need 16 teams to the round of 16, but 24 will qualify now. The last 16 on the knockout stage, I mean, the last 16 on the 24, or the last 8 will play home and away and join the top 8 to make the last 16. So I'm going to give you the teams at the bottom of that 24 from 27. The last 4 teams are Benfica on 10 points, PSG on 10 points, Sporting on 10 points, and Stuttgart 10 points. Man City on the 25th position with 8 points, followed by Dinamo Zagreb and Shakhtar on 7 points. So that's how what the group stage is right now. Arsenal have are on 3rd position with 16 points. I would say they've qualified, but mathematically, if they lose their game, say 1 goal, and maybe Feyenoord or Monaco or Bayern, win their game, 7 goals difference, Arsenal probably will be playing qualifying. So they still need to do a job when they travel to Spain to play against Girona. But today we're going to talk about Arsenal, talk about Manchester City, and of course what we learned from the Arsenal game. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. If you're new to this channel, I also want to know your thoughts, and in the comment section, let me know what you think about some of the things we're going to discuss today. Don't talk about the Clan Rice, talk about the love-hate between Kai Havertz and Arsenal fans, and of course City in the mud, and of course the Arsenal fans, Arsenal as a team, and their transfer dealing so far this January. So let's go with this one, starting with Declan Rice. I said it last week, and I'm saying it again. One of the biggest achievements for Mikel Arteta since he joined Arsenal is to sign that young man called Declan Rice. Today, again, he was, for me, man of the match for this game because of his application. He got his first goal to diffuse the tension because, the last few weeks have been the kind of tension for Arsenal, their club, and especially playing at home at Emirates. And within the first 4 minutes, he secured the first goal for Arsenal, being in the right place at the right time, and been decisive as well in the box. And he made so many runs in the box today as well. Could have scored 2 or 3 if he was more clinical. And it's not just that, what he did in the midfield as well, because Zagreb wanted to try to be smart in the midfield, and he was available as well to sniff off danger for Arsenal. And you cannot question his commitment, cannot question his energy level is infectious, and he does this with a smile, week in, week out for Arsenal. So, like I said, I believe that one of the biggest things that Arteta has done for Arsenal is to sign Declan Rice. And don't forget that it's not just because he's playing for Arsenal. City would have signed him, and I'm sure if City had signed Declan Rice last season, they won't be in the situation they are right now, and they will be going for the league as well. And that takes us to the Kai Havertz. The love-hate relationship between him and Arsenal fans. And after the game today, one of the journalists was asking Arteta that Kai Havertz has scored more goals in less games than he did last season. And still, Arsenal fans still don't want him, still don't like him, still, berate, especially on the social media. And I think Kai Havertz has become a victim of his own achievement, because he was not signed as a striker and he was deployed there. He has done the job. That doesn't mean that doesn't need a striker, but I want to believe that people should begin to appreciate. And when you talk to his teammates and coaches who have worked with this, they speak highly of him. Arsenal fans need to, kind of put their mind there and try to understand the job that this guy does in the team that's making the coaches and everybody like him. And his numbers are good. In the last 24 months or last year, I think he's third or fourth in EPL in the number of goals scored. So still, I think one of his problems is he's too intelligent, and he gets, because of his smartness and his intelligence, he gets into scoring positions all the time on the game. And of course, a lot of times doesn't take those chances, which has become a problem for him as well. Today, he assisted one and scored one. And what else do you want from your front player? And he gets around the pitch, does things, and works hard for the team, helps the team. Like they were asking, was it Declan Rice or who last week? And he said he helps the team get up the pitch because of his hold-up play as well. His bravery helps the team. So please, people need to get off Kai Havertz's back while we keep putting pressure on the owners to sign an out-of-out striker. Then we'll figure out what we'll do with the Kai Havertz. Don't forget what happened between Arsenal fans and Granit Xhaka when it comes time for him to leave. Arsenal fans were practically on Edu's back and asking him why he let Xhaka go. And this is the same player that 2 or 3 years before that time, the fans didn't want to see him on Arsenal jersey. So that is why sometimes it's good to be patient with some of these players. And we go on to Arsenal as a team. It's almost like the same story with like Kai Havertz. Arsenal fans tend to feel that the team is not doing good. Everybody's on their back because they're not topping the league, because City is not doing well this season. Like I said last week, Arsenal is just 6 points behind Liverpool, though they have a game in hand. In Champions League, they're third on the table in the whole of Europe. Won so many games. In 7 games, they have 16 points, meaning they just draw 5 points. Lost one. I think they lost one and drew 2 out of 7. So I don't know. And it looks like the person I'm going to ask you right there, do you think the Arsenal, the way they play, they are built for Europe? Does it look more realistic for them to do better in Europe this season than in EPL? I think this team needs to be given a chance. I think the fans need to kind of support this team. The expectation for this team is too high. I can say it. And people are getting frustrated because sometimes they want the team to play to be perfect, but they're getting the results. They're being pragmatic. They are still in the hunt for the title. So I think the team needs to be supported. People need to look at the numbers. He said Arsenal don't have a striker. Yes, I believe so. I believe they need a striker. But you look at the goals scored this season, they are not doing bad. They're in top 3, both in Europe and the EPL. So you need to cut Arteta a slack. People who are criticizing this guy need to kind of look at the numbers and try to understand what he's trying to do. And again, the kind of intensity I've seen this team play the last 3 weeks, I believe that they're up to something. And I won't be surprised if we see the same kind of run that we saw from Arsenal at this time last year. And let's talk about Manchester City. They can still make it to the knockout stage, to play the 2 games extra to make it to the round of 16, but it's looking very, very unlikely. And from what I saw, today again, they give up a 2-goals lead and lost 4-2 to a PSG team that was not fantastic. I don't know, Pep. We have seen this happen. Teams win the World Cup, win Euros. Next year, they can't make it out of the group stage. It's not new to football. We understand that. We know that. So it's not going to be new if City doesn't make it out from the group stage. But no, this one, nobody saw this one coming. Pep is arguably the best coach in the planet right now, coaching a team, and they are struggling this way. They can't keep a lead. They're conceding goals, and they can't win games. Something is really, really wrong. They've signed a few players, or there is rumor to be a concluded deal to sign a few players this January. But I don't see that team coming back. When you look at that team, look at the application by the player, their attitude, it doesn't look that up for it. It doesn't look like Pep himself looks clueless. It looks like he's out of his depth. And this is not what you expect from a team coached by Pep. We have seen him the last 12 years. There's nothing about City that looks like a team that is coached by Pep. And I will not be surprised that if he walks away. I will not be surprised if he walks away. Then the last thing we want to talk about is Arsenal fans and signings this January. I believe Arsenal will sign players, but before then, fans, please support the players that are in the club, support the team, give them the confidence to play, and let's see how it goes. We'll go again this weekend and continue to push in the league, but it's beginning to look like this team can do bits in Europe if they can get themselves maybe a striker and a winger. We'll see how that goes. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think Arsenal will go far in the Champions League this season? Is there still a chance for them to win the league in England? And what is your realistic expectation or realistic signing for Arsenal this January window? And I will see you again next time